goes. Hello, everybody. I was waiting on my chat to catch up with me. Welcome. My name is Marissa, and I am known here as the Crafty Heifer. So, welcome everybody tonight. I know a lot of you are popping over from watching Crashly Loom Knit. She did a good job. So let's say hello, Deborah. Hey, Robin. Hello, Odd But Nice. Hey, Allie. I haven't seen you in a while. There's Deanne and Dawn. And hello, Billy. Let's see. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Hey, Charlavain. There's Crafts with Crashly. She did nail it. So, Crashly, if you remind me, I made a Hamilton calendar for 2021. And if you remind me, I will email it to you, and then you can just print it out and use it in your office. But I think it's super cute. That's what I did with it, is I printed it out. I use it at work. So, but it's all Hamilton. It's all the little chibi characters for Hamilton. Hey, Nana, how are you? There's my girl Mayhem. Hey, Elizabeth. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. So welcome. For those of you that haven't said hi, that's okay. Your friend Jim Beam and his sidekick Sprite are here visiting. I'm shocked, Billy. So shocked. Okay, so those of you that come, it could probably help if I actually brought the microphone up to my ear, wouldn't it? Does this sound a little bit better? The Hamilton Star is your Animal Crossing flag. Of course it is. I mean, it makes total sense. Hello, Sue. So, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about not saying so much. My sister got to come up this weekend, and we got to visit on Saturday. Her husband works up here, my brother-in-law, and he wasn't able to go home this weekend, so she decided she was just going to come up here. So she came up here, and we went shopping Saturday. My friend Kim went with us, and we had a great time. I did buy a few things, nothing too crazy, but I did buy a few things. But she got to go to all the stores that she doesn't normally get to go to. But because she was here, that also means that I got my Christmas, birthday, and Valentine's Day gifts all at once. So I'm not going to cover everything. I mean, I got some really cool stuff, not going to lie. But I'm not going to show everything to you guys. But one of the really cool things that she did do, or that she did get me, is this diamond painting. Now, I know a lot of you have seen this. This is one of the ones that she'd gotten, and she had done it. And she got somebody to make a custom frame for her, and then she painted it, and it looks amazing. And it matches all the teals and stuff that are in this cow. And so I'm going to be kitting this up tonight here in a little bit if we have enough time to do that. So this is a round. I'm pretty sure it came off of Amazon, but I know you can find this picture several places. But yeah, so there's that. I don't know that I'll work on it necessarily online. You just framed, Sue says she just framed the same one. Yeah. So it's really cool. I love the picture. I love the frame that she did. She took it, she painted it like a aqua teal color. And then she did some like dark distressing on it, made it a little bit grungy. And I absolutely love it. It looks amazing when she's done. Now, the other thing that I have been working on this week is a cross stitch project. Now, this is the Linen and Threads 2021 Mystery Sal. This is a year-long stitch. They release one pattern a month. So in January, they released the frame. Now, I started stitching the frame, as you can see, and then I decided that because it's so essential to get that frame correct, that I didn't want to get it done and then have to mess it up, have it messed up the count somewhere and have to pull it back out. So I've decided that I'm just going to stitch it as I go. So this right here is the February release. So you can see there's the February release. Now, I've messed up right up here. I messed that up, and I'm still trying to decide whether I want to pull that out and restitch it or if I want to leave it as is. And I haven't decided yet. There's also, the other thing is I've used the Sulky Petites for the first time on this. And so they look like this. There's 50 yards of floss on these. And I was doing 2 over 2, and I went back and read on the Sulky website today. Apparently you're only supposed to use 1 strand, and 1 strand of this equals 2 strands of DMC. So mine is a little bit, it's a little tight in there. So I don't think it looks bad. I did only do tent stitch with it, so that's only half of the X, and I think it turned out really well, but I can't go back in and do the, there's supposed to be little back stitching type crosses in the center of this, and so I'm just going to leave it like it is. I like the way that it looks, and this is a project for me, so I think that's all that matters, is if I like the way it looks, I'm going to do that. But I'm going to tell you what, this Sulky, if you're a cross stitcher and you haven't used this Sulky, I definitely recommend giving it a try, because I hardly had a single tangle with this thread. And I love that so if you get at the bottom, you pop the bottom up a little bit and it releases the thread. And then when you wind it back, you just kind of wind it around. Let's see if I can do this. Wind it around a couple of times, and then you push it down and you hear the click, and then it's going to stay. It's not going to unwind. And that's even better than the bobbins. Like, for reals, that's better than the bobbins. So there's that. This is the Broadway collection. I got it off of Amazon, and it's just a collection of certain colors. And then I'm using this really pretty blue for the frame. So there we go. There's some errors here, and I think I'm probably going to end up leaving them, because you know what? I think we all need to remind ourselves sometimes that crafting doesn't have to be perfect. And if we mess up, we mess up. And I didn't realize I had messed up, so I was already like the other half of that was done. So I honestly think I'm just going to leave it the way it is and call it good. I really think that would be okay. I saw a couple people come in. There's Gail. I don't know if I said hello, but if I didn't, hello. And I saw Melba. Welcome. There's Crafting Journey. There's Rebecca. She always goes before me, you guys. She always does such fun stuff. I love watching to see what she's going to do every week. There's Autistic Perspective and Robert. Welcome. So that's what I've been working on. So that pattern dropped on on Sunday. And I worked on it all day Sunday, and then I finished it up on Monday night. And then last night we had our first St. Jude committee meeting of the year. So we're getting the ball rolling for this year. Now, we did finish. Are you guys ready for this? Because you contributed to this. Dallas finished $56,000 above our goal last year. So thank you to anybody that donated money, that purchased the pattern, any of that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for that, because I can't believe we did that in a year where our event was virtual and there was a worldwide pandemic. I think it's amazing. So I want to say thank you all so much for that. Hi, Sandy. So that is Sulky, and that is 12 weight, the 12W, the 12 weight yarn. Tia, that link actually won't work anymore until they'll put up the new links in March. Now, you can still donate to St. Jude at any time. It just won't be to my team. So at the end of the year, they closed that link, and then it'll open up again in March. And when it opens up again in March, I'm going to try to have a new pattern for you for 2021. So, and that's a pattern that you'll be able to do as cross stitch or as a diamond painting, or if you're real ambitious, you can do it for both. So the other thing that I worked on this last week, yeah, Odd But Nice found it. You can find it at several places. Like I said, I found it on Amazon. They've got a pretty good selection on there. That's a pretty good price. You'll update your notes on your phone. Thank you, though. I do appreciate it. This is what my January square is looking like so far. Now, I have noticed sitting here, I wrote out the rest of my temperatures, and I think I started decreasing too soon because I've only got 6 rows left. but I have 9 days. So because these 4 days here are going to be repeats of this pattern, I'm just going to take those out, and we're going to start on the 26th. Or no, let me see, 1, 5, 6. Yeah, so we're going to do some more black rose, and we're going to fudge this. And next month, I know not to turn on the 17th day or the 16th day. I need to do it a couple days after that for the decrease. So we're learning as we go. That's okay. But yeah, that is what that pattern looks like so far. It's pretty random. It's been pretty steady for the most part here. Where's my yarn? It's right in front of me. Oh my goodness. Burp. So I'm using the Big Twist Value yarn. It's 100% acrylic, size 4. I love it because it's actually really soft for being value yarn. It's still really soft. So Deborah says she donated when St. Jude sent you a notice. Very nice. Thank you, Allie. Please do hit that like button, even if you only stay for a little while. 3, there we go. Okay, so how's everybody's week been? Any crazy news that you want to impart? Anything like that? My week has been pretty calm. I did hear from my manager today. He's one of the ones that was out with COVID at our office, and they are feeling better. They're both doing much better than they were, and they're expecting to be back in the office as soon as they can get a negative test. They'll be back in the office. So for right now, it's basically 3 of us running the whole sales and finance department. They go in every day and do all of that. So it's been an interesting week. A little bit tiresome. Trying to get everything, 6 people's work for 3 people is, you know, it's a lot. It's very much a lot. So Deanne says she also decreased on the 16th row. So Deanne, I'm interested to see if you'll have the same issue that I had. And if so, we'll have to do a test and figure out where we need to turn it. Because I'm thinking I probably should have turned it on row 18 instead of 16. And of course, next month is, you know, or this month is February, so it won't be as many days. So maybe we continue to turn on 15 and fill in. Oop. Let's see. Autistic perspective, but February only has 28 days, so it would be 3 less rows, so 17 would work. Right. I'm telling y'all, I don't math very well, so yeah. It makes my brain hurt to try to do that calculation in my head. I should have done a test, swatch. That's the word I'm looking for. I should have done a test swatch to figure out, because each of the months will still have to be 31 rows, or they'll have to be the same amount of rows. Let's put it that way, to make the blanket squares the same size, which is what Deanne and I had talked about previously. Deanne says she posted hers on Rebecca's group. I counted it and it was right. Okay. So I may have done, I mean, you know, I was on with Rebecca last week and we had so much fun. It's completely possible I might have done a row or 2 twice. I mean, I'm not ruling out that possibility that I messed up. Just saying. Math and heifer do not play well together. They do not. No. Most of my math nowadays is like, I put it in an Excel spreadsheet and there's a formula and it does the math for me. I don't have to worry about messing it up. 3. And I'm sorry if y'all can hear that noise. That is the dog that lives above me in the kennel. That is also right above me. And there's nothing I can do about it. So, apologies. So Kim did come over, like I said, on Saturday. She went out with us, and then we hung out at the house for a little while. And she did help me get the crosses moved. So this wall right above me that's right here that I look at is my dining room wall. And when I first moved in, I had all of my cross collection on it. Well, now that I've moved my desk over here, I actually need that to be more functional space. And so she moved all of the crosses into the hallway. So they're still hanging up. And then I think what I'm going to do here is put up a pegboard. And then above that, put up a couple of shelves. I found a picture that I really like the way that it looks on Pinterest. Of course, I found it on Pinterest, right? Let's see, black, and a charcoal. So I think in the next couple of months, that's what we're going to be working on. So AP says her daughter loves math. She is in her first year at university and she is taking math. I'll be honest, and I'm not bragging when I say this. I really didn't struggle in school. I found most things fairly easy, didn't really have to study. I was one of those kids. Pretty much if I write it down, I could remember it. So I took really good notes and, all of that kind of stuff. Now, math, on the other hand, was not my strong suit. That's where I struggled, was in math. And it was almost like my brain just wasn't quite ready for it, because by the time I got to college, math was also easy. So it was almost like I took the math a little too soon, if that makes sense. I don't know. Did anybody else feel like that? Like you had a subject and your brain just wasn't ready for it yet, and then you took it again later on and it was fine? Maybe that was just me. Okay, there's our charcoal roll. And I'm going to have to spend a week sewing these ends in. I'll probably sit down and just watch TV and sew in the ends. Single crochet. Yeah, it doesn't matter how you're doing your blanket. I do the stitch because, as you can see, I can do it pretty much in my sleep. And so that's why I chose to do this stitch. Black, great black. Okay. But yeah, if you're doing single crochet, I saw some of you guys posted, I saw the pictures that you posted in Rebecca's group. Some of those single crochet blankets are gorgeous. Like, honestly. So if that's what you're doing, do not even worry about it. One. Oop. Two, and the pegboard is perfect for your cow yoga calendar. Yes, it would be a perfect place for a cow yoga calendar. Mayhem is determined to get me another cow yoga calendar. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm planning on doing with my craft space this year. Last year, we set it up. That was my birthday gift to myself, is creating the craft space on its own. And got a webcam, got the articulating arm, all of those kinds of things to really get going. And then this year for Christmas, I got the ring light, which I think the lighting is so much better. Personally, I think my lighting is so much better than it used to be. Black, great. That's the color I've been using. But anyway, so, we're just trying to make the space more user-friendly and more functional. I think everybody does this, right? Even if you don't have a channel. So that's been our big push this week, but we did get all the living room things done that were on my list. I know I've asked you guys to hold me accountable for that. The Christmas tree is, in fact, still up. Don't judge me. It's a thing. It should come down this weekend. I'm really hoping that it comes down this weekend. Oh, that was the last of it. Okay, so we're going to finish with purple. So that is the last row there. And I'll have to figure out how to make these rows correct the next time I do it. So there is our January blanket or square. There we go. You should have roped Kim into helping you take down that tree. So we did a lot. She moved the crosses. I got the card table down, got it all cleaned off, got the card table down, the puzzles put away, cleaned up the stuff that was under it, got that stuff more organized and put away. And then I went through and put all of my DVDs in one of those big CD case things. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? The ones like you zip up. So got that done. And then we went and had dinner. So we got enough done. So AP says, you and your kids are pretty well-rounded. We are math science people, but also creative. Christopher just got his report card, and the only subject he wasn't modified to reflect his IEP was art. That's okay, because art is a great outlet. That's why we all craft, isn't it? Look at all those ends. It's like a shawl. No, that's the word. What is the word? Fringe. It's fringe. All fringe. Okay. So I have pulled out my Harbor Freights, and we're going to do some kitting up. So if you're not already aware, there will be some crinkling. If you don't like the crinkling, I apologize. I do have my microphone in my ear, so hopefully it won't be too bad, but we're going to do what we can do. What day do you choose to not do? So I chose, just because I was at the end of it and there was a repeat, those were the days I chose not to do, because it would just be black, purple, black, purple. So I chose not to do that repeat. And then I didn't get the black in at the end, which that square is mostly black. I think it'll be fun. You guys got to learn. I don't get real picky with my crafts. I'm just kind of like, you know what? It is what it is. That's how I roll. Okay. So we are going to be doing some cutting. So we're not going to use our good scissors for cutting. We're going to do this. Now, let's talk about what I've been reading and watching this week. So for reading, there is a series on Audible. If you have Audible, if you pay for it, it's in their Plus catalog, or at least it used to be in their Plus catalog. The new one was. And it is the Mystic Bayou series by, let me open my Audible so I can tell you who it's by. And I think there's like 6 or 7 books, something along those lines. They're, paranormal romance type books. They're by Molly Harper. And a new one just came out. And so I had been listening to that one today, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. Exactly. So I really enjoyed it. I have listened to all the other ones in that series. And it's one of those I just really enjoy. It takes place, it's set in Louisiana, in the bayou. Like I said, it's got a little bit of paranormal. Well, they're paranormal. They're all paranormal type creatures. I'll see if I can remember how to kit up a diamond painting. Okay. So we have numbers and letters. Looks like A through Z and 1 through 8. So this is going to be number 1. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. And go ahead and make all of our labels. Whoop. makes it easy. And of course, I can't talk while I'm doing this. Y and Z. Okay. Vamps or demons? Okay. We're heading back to the bayou. See, Tia got real interested real fast, y'all. So it's like all kinds of different creatures. There's dragons, bears, brownies, phoenixes, good Lord, sirens, nymphs. I can't even remember all of them. But I love the characters. It's set kind of in a small town. So you get to know, you see the characters book over book, which I like. I like the series that do that. So yeah, but it's the Mystic Bayou series. There's different titles of the books, but it's Mystic Bayou series by Molly Harper. And it's only available, to my knowledge, it's only available on Audible. They may have actual books, but I'm not positive. I've always listened to it on Audible. Just so you know. 3 and 4. Did you say brownies? Yeah, brownies. Y'all know what a brownie is? Hey, Crystal. Yeah, not the kind of animals that live in the bayou. Oh no, wait, there are some animals that live in the bayou. Are you ready for this? There's a family, Danielle, of gator shifters, and they're peeping toms. So they like to float in the bayou and watch people from the bayou. Just so you know. So, you know, if you live on the water, make sure you lock your doors because those gators might be gator shifters. But yeah, so I listened to that one, and then I started watching this week WandaVision. Is Crashly still here? She'll get into the Marvel verse with me. I like brownies with walnuts. Not those kinds of brownies. There are all kinds of wrong with that, right? They use it as kind of a joke in the book, but yeah. Yeah, so I started watching WandaVision, and I watched the first 4 episodes. I think the next episode comes out on Friday, and that's over on Disney Plus. And I enjoyed it. I don't know a whole lot about the Marvel Universe. I know a little bit. I've seen some of the movies, not all of them. And I've enjoyed what I've seen, pretty much. But I'm not just like a diehard, fanatic. I can't tell you everybody's storylines and what happens and all of that kind of stuff. But I did watch WandaVision, and I did appreciate it. I also watched Captain Marvel, which is in that same universe. I had not seen that one, and it was something that kind of popped up, and I was like, you know what? It's worth a watch, right? I love the humor, where they just kind of throw humor in here and there, and the way that they do that. I love the way that they've blended all of those different characters and those different character storylines into the stories so that they coexist in the same world and all of that kind of stuff. So I did watch those 2 things this week. I also restarted, actually, I guess would be the case, watching NCIS, the original one. So the one with Gibbs and Tony, McGee, Kate, Abby, that one. I started watching that. I think I got about 4 episodes in on that. Brownies are elves, pixies, fairies, sprites, gnomes, leprechauns, dryads, nymphs, and I can't remember the rest. Yeah, they're part of the Fae folk. And don't quote me on this, but brownies are Fae folk that would they would come to your house and they would clean it if you left them a certain offering. And I cannot remember what it was that you had to leave them. But if you left a certain thing, they would come into your house at night while you were asleep and they would clean your house for you. So they were, house fae that would come and do favors for folks. But you had to leave an offering for them. So a lot of people, the house elves in Harry Potter, if you're familiar with them, a lot of people think that that's basically kind of the idea of a brownie, except they weren't enslaved like that. So, and the brownie in the story is a kitchen brownie, and oh, good Lord. Okay. Number 9 is A. Get it together. There we go. What was I talking about? Oh, I watched the first couple episodes of NCIS, the very first season, and really remembered why I liked it so much. So, of all of the crime shows, if you watch any of those crime shows, NCIS, Law and Order, oh God, what are the other ones? Criminal Minds, all of those, which one is your favorite to watch? Oh, I thought you were, no, Captain Marvel with a V sound. Captain Marvel. Like Marvelous, Marvel. Captain Marvel is where Nick Fury came up with the name for the Avengers. Because her nickname, the character's nickname was Avenger. And so that's where he came up with the name for the Avengers Initiative. And do good deeds. The brownie motto is lend a hand. Not Girl Guide brownies. Not those kinds of brownies. Other kinds of brownies. Watch 1 or 2 episodes of NCIS a day. Got to get my Gibbs fix. Of course, though, this is the 3rd time I am watching it. So Deborah says her favorite is NCIS. Yeah, my favorite is good old NCIS. Although I did watch, which was the one that had Horatio Caine in it? Do you guys remember him? I loved his voice. Oh, was that NCIS? Was it Miami? It was so set in Miami. I know it was set in Miami, but I don't remember what the name of the show was. But I loved his voice. I think that was really one of the first shows of that kind that was on the TV. So let's see here. So Autistic Perspective says Criminal Minds, but you don't really watch anymore. CSI was your favorite, Melba. Criminal Minds was another. You like SWAT and 911 and 911 Lone Star and FBI. Yeah. That's how it goes. That's always how it goes. Just kind of like you start with one and you just kind of go down the hill with all of the other ones as well. And NCIS New Orleans. Okay. I like the NCIS New Orleans, but that one kid on there, that is the worst Southern accent I have ever heard in my entire life. We can tell the difference, you guys. If you're from the South, you definitely know the difference. Gee, what am I on? So wait. 13 should be F. So 14 should be G. Okay, I got off somewhere. This will be fun. So this is G. Stick. The thing that I don't like about these Harbor Freight containers is the stickers do not stick to them very well. And I'm out of clear tape, which is what I usually use to put it over the top. Okay, so this is F. D. So this is E. Give me a second while I figure this out. So this is D. So this should be C. A. That's 7, 6, 5. What did I do? Two. That's 3. Okay, I think this should be number 8. Which makes that number 4. Okay. We got it. I got it. So that's number 8. This is number 4. Let's see if these will stick better. Okay. I apologize for that. Okay, so CSI Miami. He was so friggin' cool, right, Tia? Hey, Ruby, how are you? Oh, I But Nice is on a Castle binge. I do apologize for that, you guys. Deanne says, CSI, I love the original that started in Vegas. Yes. Crystal has started Bridgerton. Welcome, Crystal, to the dark side. Yeah. I love the Bridgerton. I saw someone use washi tape, then put the sticker on that. That would make sense because it gives it something to stick to. AP says she just bought some more containers at the Dollar Tree. You have to kit up your dragon, and that will be your third whip, so you needed more containers. Yeah. You know what? I'm all about low budget. That's why I have these. A lot of my stuff, I don't have a whole lot of money to spend on crafts. And so I have to really be mindful when I'm purchasing things of getting the best value out of what I get, if that makes sense. So I will never be a big spender. I'll have moments where, you know, I'll save up to get something. But for the most part, it's going to be just normal spending habits for me. Well, I say normal. What is the valuation of normal, right? So 15 is going to be H. Those seem to stick a little bit better. Sherry's going live tonight. All right. Thank you for letting me know that. So let's go ahead, since we've got 20 minutes left. And thank you for sharing your favorite crime procedural drama shows. What is your Wednesday win? So my Wednesday win, obviously, is that I got to see my big sister. So what is your Wednesday win? Ruby loves Bridgerton. Yeah. It was so good, you guys. I'm so happy they're coming back for a second season. I really hope that it doesn't take them quite as long because they spent 9 months filming that first season. And I really hope it doesn't take them quite that long to film the second one. And I also hope that they're actually able to film the second one, because they're supposed to start filming in April. But with the UK currently in lockdown, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. So all my fellow Bridgerton fans, you're going to have to keep your fingers crossed. Jade, so this will be K. Dude is hot AF. Exactly. Yeah, his name is Reggae John Page, I think is how you say it. Yeah, he's real hot. Very. I think he was in a crime procedural drama, actually. I think it was a British one. But they showed him, and it looks like he's a lawyer or a barrister or something like that, possibly, in court, defending someone or prosecuting someone. I wasn't real sure. Didn't have any sound, so I just had to guess. Number 18 is going to be L. Y'all can tell I don't kid up very often because I'm like, what am I doing? L, M, and O, Q, and R. So Wednesday wins. Let's see. Deanne says her Wednesday win is that you had a finish, that you will finally be finishing a custom diamond painting I started months ago. Very nice. What size is it? Because, you know, everybody always wants to know that. We always want to know how big it was. How many hours? Oh, and a finish gets a cowbell. If I can get the cowbell from behind the light without knocking it over. There's your cowbell for a finish. Let's see here. Deborah says her Wednesday win is that she finished another hat for Hat Not Hate campaign. Very nice. I got some yarn. I have to get this blanket made because I was trying to use that velour type yarn. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Hated it. I hated every minute of it. I couldn't stitch very quickly. Y'all, you see how fast I can do that corner to corner stitch, you guys? It was ridiculous. Not a fan. But a finish gets cowbell. I'm trying not to ring it too loud because the dog upstairs does not like it. And let's see. That is what it takes for a success. Give me some eye candy. I'll come back for a next episode. Tia, you are a mess, girl. You are a mess. I mean, you're not saying anything that's not true, but you're a mess. So let's see. Melba says her Wednesday win is that you got to sit and finally read at Barnes & Noble Cafe with a peppermint mocha latte. They are open to sit again. Yay. That is awesome. That is an awesome feeling. We did go out Saturday and we actually sat in a restaurant to have our meal. And it was lovely. We were in there. We were laughing. You know, there were people that probably weren't being the safest, but this restaurant did have the tables spaced out so that you didn't have anybody right next to you. Everybody was all spaced out and everything. And so I didn't feel terrible. You know, if you were up from your table, you're supposed to have your mask on, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So we got to go. We had steak. We went to Saltgrass Steakhouse and actually had some steak, and it was amazing and lovely. And of course, it was, you know, the company makes it that much better. But yeah, actually sitting in a restaurant, yeah, sitting in a Barnes & Noble, sitting in a restaurant, I get it. Totally and completely get it. So Allie says her Wednesday win is that you went to work even though you didn't want to. You know what? Sometimes that's a Wednesday win right there. I did not call in sick even though I wanted to. I did not say that I had the turducken, even though I wanted to. So yes, I'm very proud of you for going to work, even if you didn't want to, Allie. I know all of us here feel that. Deep in our souls. AP says her Wednesday win is that Christopher only yelled, screamed, swore 4 times for today. I'm taking data for the behavioral consultant. That's why I know the exact number, but I don't know about at school. That's very nice. That's good. And it'll be good for you to have that data, and you can look back and see and possibly identify some triggers and things like that that cause him to be stressed out. I mean, I don't have autism, and sometimes I want to throw a fit. Just saying. Oh, I better plug the computer in before y'all die. Before it dies and y'all go away, even though we only have a few minutes left. Any other Wednesday wins? Deanne says it's a 40 by 50-ish. Not too bad. Ruby says he can be my baby daddy. You already got a baby daddy, Ruby. Let some of the rest of us have at him. I mean, I wouldn't kick him out of my bed. Just saying. Just saying. Anywho, any other news anybody wants to share? What are you guys up to? What's going on in the community that you feel like other people should know about? This is your time to talk about what's happening on other people's channels or what's happening on your channel. I try to do this every once in a while, so it's not just all about me. Because, you know, I honestly, you guys, I'm kind of boring. Like, I go to work and I come home and that's pretty much it. Like, I don't do too much. Comes after P. P. Q. Good night. No, I did Q R. So it should be S T U V W X Y and Z. Okay, let's see here. So Melissa Barker, hey girl. Her Wednesday win is that your hubby finally got accepted into the internship program for when he is done with school in May. Hallelujah. That is awesome. That gets a cowbell. You can tell him that he got cowbell. There you go. He probably doesn't have a clue what that means, but he got a cowbell. Ruby Q says her Wednesday win, her children survived the day. And sometimes as a parent, that's all you can ask. I am fully aware of that one too. Even though I'm not a parent, I did used to be a teacher. So some days it was like some people's children. Just saying. Hey, Kara, how are you doing? Oh, book club. Yes, thank you, Rebecca. So book club, we're taking this Sunday off, but next Sunday we're going to come back. And we are reading The Naked Truth by J.D. Robb. It can be found over on Kindle. It can be found on, I'm pretty sure I found it on Audible. They've got like the Audible that you can add to the Kindle purchase. I don't know if it's a part of the Kindle Unlimited or not. I canceled my subscription to that because I just wasn't really reading. I've been listening to books more than reading them. But if it may be on there, you'll have to look. But yeah, Naked in Death by J.D. Robb. It's the next book that we're going to be reading for book club. And we meet at 2:00 Central Time on Zoom. And that is in Crafting Journeys group on Facebook is where you can find the link to that. Or you can email any of us and we'll get you the link. So Ruby Q says, no longer a TSA affiliate. You are now a DAC affiliate. Very nice. Allie says, you're doing a giveaway when you hit 700 subscribers. You're like 30 away. Very good, Allie. That's awesome. I remember when you started your channel. As one of the elders of the community, I can say that. And by elder just means I've been around a long time. Let's see here. Is that the crumb measurement? He's the crumb you'll allow in your bed? Well, okay, I'm going to say this, and I hope nobody gets offended. It's a little spicy, but not really bad. The only reason I'd kick that man out of my bed is to do him on the floor. Okay? Just saying. I hope nobody's offended by that, but he's scrummy. Scrumdiddlyumptious. Pippa said, I wanted to do a fundraiser for Diamond Painting with the Anxiety Shelter, but not many takers. Yes, so that's something else we can talk about. So Karen Gordley, she is Diamond Painting with Anxiety. She has been a part of our Diamond Painting community for several years now. And she is a supervisor at a clinic that helps people that are temporarily homeless. And they help get them back on their feet. They get them counseling. They get them support for a job. You know, all of those kinds of things. So, Pippa, can you post that link in the group, in the chat for us? If this is a very worthy cause, if you would like to possibly donate, if you can afford to donate right now, or if you have an idea to help Pippa raise some money for the shelter, just like everybody else, they've been hit pretty hard economically right now. And because they don't have a lot of funding to begin with, they're especially feeling it especially hard right now. So if you have the ability and the willingness to help them out, we would all appreciate it. And all of that money goes straight to the shelter. It's not, nothing is taken out anywhere else, I don't believe. Kara says she just talked with Sherry Baldy. You were starstruck. Oh, girl, you're fine. Cowbell, yep. Ruby Q's Wednesday, when you found out we are moving, where we are moving to next, and I am pooping bricks. Where are you moving to? You got to share now. Pippa says she is also back to work next week. How is that going to be, Pippa? Are you worried, excited? How are you feeling about it? Tia says, you guys have real news. I was going to say, I didn't spend any more this week. I'm searching for pretty cases for my sparklers. Well, you know, I like to, every once in a while, not all the time, because sometimes it gets kind of heavy. But I want to know what's going on in you guys' lives. That's why I do the Saturday lives, is so we can talk. Because, you know, on here, I can talk to you guys and you can talk back. But then there's, you know, 30, 40, or 50 people in a chat. And so you don't always get to have like in-depth conversations. And so I like to go in-depth a little bit sometimes and find out what's going on in your lives. Because some of you I talk to outside of YouTube, some of you I don't. And that's okay. You know, that's in no way a complaint or anything. But it's, you know, when you see faces every week, I want to know how you're doing, if that makes sense. Oh, you're welcome, Allie. You haven't really been posting, but I'm slowly going to. Yeah, girl, I haven't hardly been posting either. So I got a pile of stuff that I need to do a video on. So don't even feel bad about it. Look at you spicing up your night. Uh-huh. I thought you'd like that one, Tia. Thank you, Pippa, for putting that in the group. Hey, Cheryl. Where are you moving to, Ruby Q? So, gonna miss your stitching time. It's good, but we'll take some time adjusting. That's okay, Pippa. If you're excited about going back to work and you're looking forward to it, really, that's all that matters. So, and if you're able physically to handle it, of course. So Ruby maybe is moving to Germany. She won't tell us for some reason. Dawn wants to know if they are going to ease you back into work, Pippa, or like partial days to start. Are you going all in? And Pippa said, I laid all your diamond paintings down today and was really glad they're done in storage, or they've gone in storage. Oh, she can't tell us for another 2 weeks. Okay. So she's just going to throw some bait out there like that and then reel it back in with nothing on the line. I see how it goes. I see how it is, Ruby. Okay, I guess. Pippa says she hopes that they do a slow start. Yes. I remember going back that first like, because we were off for about a month with when turducken happened at the beginning, like March and April. And I would like take a nap every day while I was home because I didn't know what else to do. And I remember like that first couple of weeks going back to work and I couldn't take my like 3 o'clock nap. And I was dragging, y'all. I was dragging hardcore. Not gonna lie. So I remember how much it takes to go back in, and then you've had like actual physical things. So yeah, I hope it goes well. Pippa says they have gone from upright to lying down, everything in great condition though, lovely and flat. Very nice. So I think you guys, we only have just about 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off early so that you guys can go get some water, get your dinner, your snack, whatever you need at this point. If you're going to be going to Sherry's Live. As always, I want to say thank you for taking time out of your day to spend with me. It always goes so fast when I'm on here, and it always puts me in such a good mood. So I just want to say thank you for that. If you are liking what you're hearing, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up before you leave. If you're not subscribed and you'd like to subscribe, hit that subscribe button. And if you do that, don't forget to ring that cowbell because everybody needs more cowbell in their lives. And until I see you guys next time, happy stitching, happy diamond painting, till we meet again. Bye, guys. Thank you for coming in. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. Bye.